Hello and welcome to my year-end review. This is going to be a multi-purpose video where I talk about all the games I've beat this year, some of the games I gave up on this year, my favorite games of the year, and the games I'm looking forward to in 2024. So let's go. I did a video a few months ago about all the games I had beaten so far this year. And so I don't have a ton of games to add to that list, but in case you didn't see that video, here's a quick review. Elden Ring, Resident Evil 4 Remake, Resident Evil 3, Bramble the Mountain King, Metal Slug X, Thunder Dragon 2, Sunset Riders, Batsugun Saturn Tribute Boosted, Akai Katana Shin, Plants vs. Zombies, Animatic Story Game Cardcaptor Sakura, Vampire Survivors, We Love Katamari, Spiritfarer. Okay, so the next game I beat was Humanity. Humanity is a digital-only puzzle game with a creepy vibe similar to the show Severance. You play as a dog guiding mindless humans to their death or to the goal. I was super excited for Humanity to come out. I watched all the trailers and I was anticipating it. And ultimately, it's a good game and I liked it a lot, but it does get very difficult very quick. Next we have Might and Magic Clash of Heroes, another digital-only puzzle game. I think this originally released back on the DS way long ago. And then I believe it had an upgrade released to the PlayStation 3 and the Xbox 360, I think. And I did play it on the PS3 and loved it. And I grabbed this re-release the day it came out because I love this game. And I played through it again and beat it again, and I love it again. The Legend of Nayuta Boundless Trails. This was originally a PSP game that they remastered. It's a RPG that plays similar, I'm told, to the Ys series. I've never really played those, so I don't really know, but it's also part of the Trails series, this game. I liked it, and I finished it, of course, but it was a lot of dialogue, a lot of text, and a lot of it felt superfluous, just pointless. I don't know why. I felt like I was just pressing button after button after button. Visual novels are not a genre I enjoy, and so when it gets just a ton of text and dialogue, I just start to zone out, which is weird because I love books, I love reading, but I don't know, when I'm playing a video game, I want to play a video game and not just sit and read. So what I'll say is, the parts with all the dialogue and text, I can do without. And then the actual playing the game, quests and action and gameplay, I loved a lot. So next up is an arcade game with a home release, Cannon Dancer, or Osman as it's known. This was originally released in 1996, and the guy who made Cannon Dancer was the same guy who made Strider, the original Strider for Capcom. And so Cannon Dancer is kind of a spiritual successor. It's a really fun arcade game, a lot of fun to play. I had to use the cheats, the in-game cheats, to beat it because it gets really, really hard. It is an arcade game. It does want your quarters. And so, yeah, I had to turn on the cheats to beat it. I feel no shame. I don't care. Okay, now another digital game, and that is Lil Gator Game. Now, Lil Gator Game I bought solely because it reminded me of A Short Hike, a game that I love. This game is good. I liked it, but I like A Short Hike better. So, it's a pretty short game. It's kind of like a Breath of the Wild light. Baby's first Breath of the Wild. And I don't know if that's my favorite kind of game, but yeah, it was okay. Okay, and finally, for games I beat this year, we have Air Twister by Yu Suzuki. Yu Suzuki, who originally made Space Harrier oh so long ago in the 80s. And it plays very similar to Space Harrier. It's what are those kind of games called? Rail shooter. On rails shooter, rail shooter. And I loved it, actually. It's you don't get those kind of games anymore, really. And so the soundtrack is so strange. It sounds like a Queen cover band, but doing original songs. They're super inspired by Queen, which is fine. It's Queen's not one of my favorites, but I don't know, the visuals, the fantasy setting, it's like a space fantasy mashup. A quirky game. I liked it. I'm actually still playing it. I'm still upgrading. There's tons of upgrades and different weapons and different costumes to unlock, and I'm still unlocking all of those. So yeah, it's a good game.
Armored Angel Diana 17.
Okay, now for games I gave up on. And there are two of them. The first one is a digital only title called Seasons. Seasons I was very excited for and bought day one. The art style really appeals to me. The summary of the game sounded intriguing. But ultimately, it just wasn't fun. And if I'm not having fun playing a game, then I just give up on it. So the other title I gave up on is one that I think a lot of people really like, and that is Atelier, how do you say it? Atelier Ryza, Ever Darkness and the Secret Hideout. Hearing reviews and hearing people talk about it, the game really appealed to me. People kept using the word cozy and RPG, and then the art style, seeing the art style, it just all seemed like it would be a game that I would really love. And I got into it, and I've given it, gosh, at least 10 hours, I think. And I'm just not having fun. And honestly, the game feels kind of cheap to me. Like, you can see the edges, and you can see, I don't know, there's like invisible walls, and it just didn't click with me. So I'll be selling that one. Okay, next is my games of the year, and I only have two. And so this isn't the Game Awards, so we're getting right to it. Runner up is Bramble the Mountain King. This is another game that I just got so excited for and was just anticipating the release. And I played the Steam demo before it came out and was just hooked and was just so into it. And I just loved it the whole time. My whole playthrough, I loved it. And the soundtrack is incredible. The setting, the environments, the graphics are incredible. 2 thumbs up. And my game of the year is Resident Evil 4 Remake. Oh my God. There's not much to say about it. Everyone's talked about it. Everyone loves it. If you like the Resident Evil series, you've got to play it. If you like third-person shooters, you got to play it. It's just a well-made game. Excellent. Okay, now the most exciting part, the games I'm looking forward to in 2024. We're gonna start with Another Code Recollection. This is a collection of 2 games that originally released on the Nintendo DS. I've never played them, but I'm looking forward to them. I will say I downloaded the demo that just came out, and it kind of softened my excitement, kind of lessened my excitement for it. I don't know if it's my kind of game. I need to play through more of the demo. I haven't completed the demo, so I just need to see. But the art style looks cool. The tone of the game seems up my alley, so we'll see. Next we have Mario vs. Donkey Kong. Now I think this is also a re-release, or maybe a remake of a DS or 3DS game. I'm not sure. But it looks cool. It looks like a nice little puzzle game, and I love those, so I'm excited. Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown. I'm not a huge Prince of Persia fan, but I do love 2D games, 2D side-scroller games, and it looks like a lot of fun. So Ooh, Grand Blue Fantasy Relink. Now, I've been really looking forward to this. I think this game was first announced in 2016, maybe? It's taken a very long time, and apparently, or supposedly, it comes out next year. So, the more I see of it, again, sort of the less my excitement for it. I was a little disappointed that it's not going to be a open world game. That doesn't immediately turn me off from it, but I don't know. I thought it'd be a lot of fun to run around in that kind of brightly colored anime fantasy world. But I'm still all in on it. I've only played the Grand Blue Fantasy fighting game. Is it called Rising Versus or something? So yeah, I'm still looking forward to it. Next is Rainbow Cotton. Okay, this originally came out on the Dreamcast, and it was Japanese only, and I'm a huge fan of the Dreamcast. And so back then when it came out, I guess that would have been around 2000 or 1999. 99 or 2000. Man, I wanted to play it so bad, and I never got to. And of course now I've emulated it a couple times, and it's not the greatest game, honestly. But they're remastering it, and they are adding quality of life features, different control schemes, and all kinds of stuff. And in fact, one of the developers working on the remasters on Twitter, I follow him, and they keep asking for suggestions on what could make the game better, which is a really cool sign that, you know, they're putting some work into it. So I've already pre-ordered the collector's edition, and I'm super, super excited. The next game I'm looking forward to is UFO Robot Grindizer. Yeah, I'm sure this is a game based on a 70s or 80s anime. It has to be. It's not one I'm familiar with, but it looks really cool. I think to me, it looks similar to the Transformers Devastation game that came out on PS3 and PS4. And it just looks cool. I love those kinds of games, so I'm all in. Next is Spica Adventure, I guess. I don't know how you pronounce that. But this is another arcade game that's getting a home console release for the first time. And I'm a little worried because pre-orders were supposed to have started in November of this year. And no news on that. It never happened. The pre-orders never opened. And as far as I know, the people on Twitter aren't responding to any questions about it. So hope that still comes out. Next is, Macross Shooting Insight. Again, based on a 70s or 80s, I guess Macross is 80s anime. It looks like it's a shooter. I don't know much about it, but I'm interested. And Contra Operation Galuga looks to be a remake of the first game, or perhaps it's like a remake of different pieces of Contra games. But yeah, you know, I wish it were like a hand-drawn art style or a pixel art style. But, you know, Contra is Contra. I'll take it. Hopefully they do a good job on the gameplay.
Armored Angel Diana 17.
Okay, so that's my year-end review. That's a wrap, folks. Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. And look forward to more videos. I know I said this in the other video, but I got COVID earlier this year. It took me out for months, man. I'm still feeling some fatigue from it. I still have a cough. So I'm still getting better, but look for a lot more videos coming from me. I'm having a blast doing YouTube, and I will see you all in the next year. Bye-bye.